Breaking news. Looks like there is an arrest warrant for Jermell Charlo. He got an upcoming fight, and that's not good. We're going to talk about that in this video. Subscribe. Boom. Jermell Charlo is sought on an arrest warrant for allegedly making a threat. TMZ is the initial one to report the story. I will include the link in the description. What you guys can do is subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in all of boxing news. I'm the best in the business, one-stop shop. So link in the description. Boxing star Jermell Charlo charged with making terroristic threats. Officials are seeking an arrest warrant. This is an exclusive article. Just came out hot off the presses, and we'll get into the content of this. Boxingego, you hear it here first. More trouble for the Charlo twins. TMZ has learned officials are seeking an arrest warrant for Jermell Charlo after he was charged with making a, you see it on screen, threat in the fall. According to the official court documents, the criminal charges stems from the same alleged September 5th, 2021 incident that Jermell Charlo, Jermell's twin brother, was arrested for last month. Officials say in the documents that a 21-year-old man claiming to be the boxing star's cousin was roughed up by Jermell and threatened by mail during the incident at Jermell's Fort Bend County, Texas home. There you see a picture of both. In the docs, the alleged victim says Jermell punched him 3 times, grabbed his hair because he didn't get out of a utility task vehicle quickly enough for Jermell's wife to go with her friends. Officials say the alleged victim told them while the blank was taking place, Jermell threatened him by saying, quote, "I will 187 you with my bare hands." I will 187 you with my bare hands. In the docs, officials say the alleged victim complained of head pain and believed he suffered a concussion. That's the picture of Jermell. Jermell was hit with a felony charge of assaulting a family household member, and he turned himself into authorities in February. I made a video about that. Due in court for this matter later this month. Jermell, meanwhile, has not yet been arrested over the misdemeanor threat. That's what the records show. The twins' attorney, Kent Schaefer, previously told us the whole incident was, quote, an attempt to shake Jermell down for money. When we reached out to him again for a comment on the allegations against Jermell, he elaborated further. So they got the attorney. Okay, this is getting good now. Okay, the attorney that's representing Jermell and Jermell Charlo, this is what he says. Schaefer tells us Jermell was having a big party at his house when he says the alleged victim was recklessly riding around on a four-wheeler. Schaefer, the attorney, says Jermell's wife tried to get the man to stop and reached into the UTV to take the keys, but Schaefer says the man took off, causing her to fall to the ground. Schaefer says Jermell came out to defend his wife and eventually pulled the man out of the vehicle, causing him to fall. Schaefer says Jermell then came out and told them to stop it all, but never made a threat. Quote, "It's total garbage, 100%, the attorney Schaefer says these claims against the twins. We will win this fight in the first round." So they're about to get a first round knockout. The attorney is sure of it. They probably got witnesses and everything. Charlo twins are 2 of the biggest stars in boxing, with the 2 combining for an overall pro record of 66-1. That one fight obviously questionable. Now, what are my thoughts on this matter? I know y'all couldn't wait for that. Lego. Now, I got a couple things to say. Nothing too crazy, but it sound cap. I'm just going to tell you, like, normally I don't like necessarily weigh in on a bunch of situations that I wasn't there for, but these claims against them, they sound kind of fishy. I'm just being real. That's my first instinct, you know, and, you know, the bad thing for Charlo, and hopefully they can overcome this, is when your name becomes synonymous with like arrest and law, then multiple people could try to extort you. You know what I'm saying? The whole situation sounds very frivolous, and it sounds like somebody's trying to get like a come up. That's what it sounds like to me, and I'm just being real. Because the same thing, like, what are the, like, just listen. Jermell Charlo, there's this waitress and said he snatched the receipt or stole her money and robbed her. Like, have you, I don't know, it just sounds crazy. Like, you see Jermell Charlo, his house is a huge mansion. Like, why would he have to steal some waitress's tips? Like, come on. So it just seems like, I don't know. It seems like there's more to the story. That's what I truly believe, you know. I wasn't there, of course, so I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how all of this stuff plays out. But to me, just the story that I'm reading, it does sound fishy. The other thing is family squabble. I get that. But if it's your cousin's basically pressing charges and trying to sue you, sounds a bit sketch to me. You know what I mean? Like, I love my cousins, but I really feel like even, you know, people argue, families argue, things like that. A lot of times in most situations that could be resolved without getting the laws in the mix. You see what I'm saying? And my thing is, if Jermell and Jermell Charlo weren't who they were, which is famous boxers, would you be pressing charges? You know what I mean? Because I'm firmly believe being a man of principle, and you got to just look at the principles of it. If they weren't famous, would you still take this and make it a case and make this into what you're trying to make it? And I think a lot of these situations are not. Like, a lot of, like, that's like me working at Applebee's and then Jason Momoa like touches me and I fall to the ground and then I try to sue. Oh, Aquaman beat me up. You know what I mean? Like, we hear all these things, and sometimes these situations are instigated. You know, like, you just don't really know. But from hearing the story, it sounds suspect to me. Like, they're saying the guys on the four-wheeler or whatever driving around crazy. And see, that's what I hate. Sometimes people try to paint themselves out to be the victim, and like something just happened to them, but they won't share their part in it, you know? So we'll see how it all plays out. That's the latest. They're, I guess, trying to press charges on both of them. Jermell and Jermall seem pretty headstrong. So even though they both probably going to be looking to get back in the ring, at least Mel for sure against Castano should be a great fight in the 154-pound division. Castano, I don't think he was really injured. I think he needed more time, but that's another separate issue. But that's for Undisputed. Should be a great fight. And they're talking about Jaime Munguia might be fighting Jermell Charlo if he accepts the offer. So I like what's next for the Charlos. They got to keep their head up and just stay the course and let their attorney work it out. So I don't look for Charlos to probably comment much on it. A lot of this stuff seems piddly and seems very frivolous. That's just my honest opinion. But let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section for more great boxing talk, conversations, and, you know, just news, the latest and greatest. Subscribe to my channel. In 'em up. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready. With a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster.